So I put up a tweet over the weekend that I think someone might have a crush on me. First of all, thing to remember is it's just interesting to remember we initiated none of this. Like, we initiated none of this. We reported on the BSA story on Thursday night, and obviously we took the piss and we had a bit of fun and da-da-da-da-da, but we initiated none of this smoke. If Karen had have not responded to it, we wouldn't be talking about this today. But it got so bad for pancake batter, we had to address it tonight. So I'll give you an example. So this is there was, I think, 4 times on Friday that Mr. Plunket directly put me on his Twitter feed. And this is something I put out today. This is important to remember, right? I'll read it from my Twitter feed. There's one thing that's important to remember about this whole Karen Plunket versus the BSA. And I put I don't believe, because I don't like doing absolutes. Like, did I hint it somewhere maybe once? I don't think I did. I'm pretty confident saying we didn't, but I put I don't believe just in case. I don't believe at any point if we encouraged anyone to complain about the chat form. I quite like that. I came about this morning, the chat form. I don't believe at any point we have said the BSA is right here. This is a really important issue. We've never said that the BSA is right. I don't support the BSA in this. All we've said, this was a really interesting conversation, because much like when they went from horses on the road to cars on the road, a massive change in technology, the road rules weren't fit for purpose and they needed to be redone. And you know what? Someone at one stage would have been the first car on the road to come under the new rules, right? So I don't think this is actually Plunket will get anything from this. Like, I don't think they'll do anything to him. I really don't. But the thing that's amazing about this is the hypocrisy and the meltdown. The hypocrisy is adorable. So I don't believe at any point have we said that BSA is right. I don't believe at any point have we said the BSA has the right to police the internet. What we have done is covered the situation on Thursday night, laughed at Plunket's hypocrisy, and responded to his initial attack against us on Twitter. We also think this is a really interesting case to see if an internet radio station, which is clearly what the chat form is, comes under the BSA or not. And then I thought, people might want to know what I mean. A radio station runs programs 24 hours a day. A radio station has adverts, has news breaks, has weather. A radio station live streams through their own media platform that a listener goes to listen to. Platform does all those things. Newstalk ZB does all those things. Radio New Zealand does all those things other than the advertising. So that's why when you'll hear him saying these, wow, BHN, they're a radio station according to this. No. Because what do you do to listen to us? You look at us on demand on a podcast platform, or you come and see us live at 9 p.m. Monday to Friday. So it's nothing like the same thing. And this is this conversation about radio versus broadcast versus broadcaster. And we get into that as we go through the conversation. So Plunket, this is just a no fix order. You can see this is not a replay or a repeat. Dear Pat Brittenden, where can I lodge a complaint against you under the broadcasting standards regime? My response is just complaining to us, citing what you believe we have breached, what time and date it happened. Happy to take your thoughts. That's what I did for half the responses. Yep. Happy to take your comments, citing where we have spread disinformation, always prepared to correct errors. Complaints made via the website. Look forward to your detailed analysis. Well, Sean, you first need to send us your specific complaint, why you think we're in breach, citing date and time, contact details on the website. So they're all my responses. This image is Chewie's. This is Chewie's response, just pancake batter. That's Chewie's response. Another one, dear BSA, presume these you think these two are broadcasters. Really important, that word broadcasters. My response, oh yeah, that's where I said fair play. My response is somewhere. This is Twitter's such a rancid thing. My response is basically, I said yes. Of course we're broadcasters. We are broadcasters. There is no question that we're not broadcasters. Yes, we are broadcasters. I'm not finding my response. It's not coming up. It's being a dick. So I just
allegedly, Platt said.
Allegedly, I did say it. But anyway, I said, yeah. My response to that was yes. Actually, maybe he's done something, because actually what I said was, yes, We are broadcasters like you. What you aren't anymore is a journalist. That was my response to this one, but it was a response to his. He said later on, if you don't like the rubbish on BHN, here's a way to get some satisfaction. And he retweeted, how to do it. And this is something else I did over the weekend, and I don't normally do this. I don't normally play the stats game or when people kind of questioned our credibility a few times, I put kind of the CV in there a little bit. I don't normally do that, but tonight, so someone says, might improve their viewership. 10 million views from August to August. We're okay with where we're at. No $2 million injection from a trust that washed taxpayers' money either. Just saying. We were having fun. I was having fun, Chewie. It was a lot of fun going on. And here's Chewie's favorite one. Dear BSA, is Pat Brittenden's podcast mate Chewie calling me a cunt in their latest program a breach of broadcast standards?
Look, Chad, I just do what I do.
Now, let me give you the response, because there's actually an answer to this. I said, no, it's not, Oliver. The BSA takes into account what is expected from a broadcast, which is why the word fuck might be a breach on, I've put ZB, but think Radio Rema. Might be a breach on Radio Rema, because obviously the audience is not expecting that, whilst not being one on The Rock. And if you've ever watched our show, and we know you're a fan, Karen, calling you a cunt is both expected and accurate. And then happy to follow the process. So Sean's response to this was, flick me your email and the address of your lawyers.
Because he doesn't know how this works.
And I just said again, all contact details on the website, including your lawyers. All contact details are on the website. If you're looking for me to be concerned about you spending more of that cash you're short on some kind of slap suit, you are both mistaken and demonstrating the hypocrisy that we've mentioned many times, as you're then threatening to do to us what you're bitching about the BSA doing to you. That's our little spat done. But remember what this started off from, calling Chewie calling him a cunt. So then we start going through some of the comments. Suck it up, Buttercup. He's right, though. No, it's the truth. For a guy who likes to dish out dirt, you sure cannot take it when it comes to your way, fragile snowflake much. Honestly, it's not a breach. It is what it is. You are what you are. Does the truth hurt one? This is his Twitter feed, remember? This is his cesspit. This is where he's on. Surely it would be easy just not to be a cunt. Well, he's not wrong. Like, honestly, on and on and on and on and on it went. It was glorious. Chewie, actually, you had a little look. We're going to move into another part, which is him being a broadcaster, not a broadcaster on a radio station, not a radio station. Do you want to have anything to say about the? Honestly, I had so much fun. It used up far too much of my time over the weekend. It'll never happen again, but I had so much fun.
I was good because I don't want to get sucked back into Twitter again. But I'm not a perfect human being, right? I checked, and I got suckered in.
I told you would.
And yeah,
sorry,
Mrs.
Chewie. Sorry, Mrs. Chewie. Sorry, Mrs. Chewie.
Yeah, dear BSA, Pat Brittenden's podcast mate Chewie calling me a cunt in their latest program of breach of broadcast standards. My reply to him: firstly, it's Chewie, i.e. on the end. If you think it's in breach, submit a complaint. The email's on the website. But I can tell you it's not slander because you are one, and it's not defamation because everybody knows.